Never forget that a lot of systemic things can make people itch. And I'll be honest, the most miserable people that you are going to take care of are people who itch. Really, because when you itch, there's just nothing that makes it stop right now. There's just not. One of the things that we use for people who itch are topical steroids, and you need to know about them. The steroids are ranked numerically. The ones that you get over the counter are always class 6 and 7, which means the lowest potency. And so, take a look at this. Which vehicle, and I don't mean what car you drive. When we talk about topical agents, we talk about vehicles, and you need to know about them. A vehicle is like a cream or a lotion or an ointment. The question says, which vehicle is least appropriate to use to treat a steroid-responsive condition? Here's the key word: on thickened skin of the elbows and knees of an adult. So, all right, hold on. It says, which vehicle least appropriate on thickened skin? Well, you know what that means? You want to use the most potent of the vehicles. You don't want to use the weakest of the vehicles. What is the weakest vehicle? A lotion. A lotion. So listen, let me make sure you understand this. I could put 1% hydrocortisone in lotion, cream, gel, or an ointment. I could put the same drug, 1% hydrocortisone. The weakest of those would be in the lotion. If I put 1% hydrocortisone in an ointment, it would pound it into the skin. And I would have way better results than with a lotion. So we have a variety of vehicles because we have a variety of skin to treat. When skin is thickened, like elbows and knees, we use a potent vehicle like an ointment. We would not use a gentle vehicle like lotion. We would use lotion on the thin skin of an infant. The thin skin of an older adult would use a lotion. The reason we put antibiotics in ointments, antibiotic ointment, the reason we do that is because an ointment will pound the antibiotic into the skin. We don't have an antibiotic lotion. You know, you never heard of that. We don't have that, and we don't because a lotion is just too gentle. It won't get the drug into the skin. Everybody got it? All right. So the least appropriate is the weakest one. That would be number 4, a lotion. And so here's the order of potency. Lotion is the most gentle, with an ointment as the strongest. And so there's some kind of rules that you use to select steroids. Where are you going to put it? Suppose it was on a scrotum. What about a lotion? Yeah. What about your trunk? Would you use a lotion? I doubt it. Cream, maybe a gel, maybe even an ointment. So it depends on where it is. And there you go, the severity of the condition. All right, look at this question. All of the organisms listed below can produce pruritus. Which one is treated with an oral agent? Okay, wait, an oral agent. Oh, that would be pinworms, right? Vermox, right? How do we treat bed bugs? Run. That's how we treat it. How do we treat pubic lice and scabies? Same agent. What is it? Permethrin, exactly. So, yep, they can all make you itch and all make you miserable, but scabies is a common one, and scabies is most commonly found where skin touches other skin. So like in armpits, in the groin, in places where skin touches other skin. Would you agree that that looks like scabies? Scabies is what some people call the itch that rashes. Not the rash that itches. Some people call scabies the itch that rashes, not the rash that itches. All right? So listen, here's what probably happened. If you look at the screen, I'll show you a trick. The mite probably started out right here. And the mite begins to creep under the skin when the body gets really still. That's why people itch so much at nighttime. And then it creeps and it creeps, and at the end of the burrow is where the mite is usually found. Finding of the mite 100% makes your diagnosis, but there aren't a lot of people who'll say, I got this rash, it itches. Can you dig that mite out right here? They're not going to ask you that. So the mite is going to be at the end of the burrow, and there you go. All right. They itch. And when they're still, the mite creeps and it makes them itch even more. So a patient has scabies, which asymptomatic contact listed below does not need to be treated for scabies. Well, anybody that lives in the house has to get treated. Sexual contacts have to be treated. Close personal contacts have to be treated. If you have the usual relationship with your office mate, they don't need to be treated. As Mimi says, unless they fall into one of those other categories, and then they need to be treated.